Hi and welcome to another 10 for 10. Today our focus is hips and I'll run you through a few mobility drills. Let's start lying on our backside. Come all the way down. Bring your knees into your chest, maybe stretch your chest for one exhale and then find a tabletop position with your knees aligned on top of your hips and the feet aligned with your knees. Make sure your spine is long, so reach with your arms to left, right, outside, aligned with your shoulders. Gently press your lower ribs into the floor. Draw your chin towards your chest and then lower both of your legs over to the right side. Try to keep your knees on top of each other as you do so. Maybe looking over to the left side, gentle turning your neck. Then pick your legs back up high. Inhale. Come over to the other side. Keep your knees on top of each other. Gaze can shift towards your right hand. Come back up high. Inhale. And this is really just a gentle warm up here for the spine and the hips. So don't put too much thought into it, just go with it. The only thing is maybe that you want to allow your shoulder blades to stay grounded as you twist here through your hip. Let's do another 3 rounds. To the left, pick them back up high. Really feel how your hips are moving on top of each other as you lower your legs to the side, pick them back up high. Your last one, to the left. And then come back up high. Wonderful. From here, pull yourself up into seated position, and then if you can, come close to a wall. We're going to use our wall for the next one. Sit very close to it. Depending on the flexibility in your hips, you might have to walk a little further away from the wall. Then from here, I'm going to lie on my back again. So again, kind of do a half or a quarter turn. Bring the knees towards my chest and then stretch your legs up along the wall. You start with the right side. Cross your right foot over your left knee. Have your right foot flexed. So pull the toes towards your shin and try to press that right knee away from you. Managing both of your sides being the same length. And then from here you decide now the intensity, how deep you want to go. So I start to bend my left knee and I glide that left foot down towards my left sit bone. If you notice that this makes your whole body kind of move away from the wall, then it's a sign that you went too far and you want to slide the left leg a little higher, or maybe just move your whole body further away from the wall. Use your right hand to fix that right knee and press it away from your left. Use your left hand to fix that left ankle on top of your right thigh. And also gently press it away from you. Keep your spine long, draw your chin towards your chest. And then find your breath and inhale deeply into your right hip. And even though we can't physically inhale into the right hip, what we can do is like imagine it, and with that bring all the awareness and all the energy into it, and with that some new created space. And the connective tissue that is holding our hip stable starts to soften and to restructure. This is very nourishing here for the hip. Feel free to stay here way longer, but because we only have our 10 minutes, we're gonna switch over to the other side. Release your left foot, glide the left foot back up high to the sky. Stretch your right leg out and maybe wiggle your legs here for a moment, then cross your left over your right. Press that left knee away from you and then glide your right heel all the way down towards your sit bone. Again, fixing knee and foot with the hands, keeping the spine long, chin gently draws down to the chest. And then see how that side feels. And with hips, it's often that they have very different sensations. And I encourage you really to approach each side as a new side, as it would be a new side. So don't have any expectations, really have the setup perfectly done for that side, regardless how your other side felt. Then lengthen again through your breathing, in and out. Allow the breath to arrive all the way down in your left hip now. Feel free to stay here for a few more breaths when you do that drill again for yourself. And then release your right leg to come out of it. Tip over to one side to roll yourself away from the wall and then come into a seated position. On your sit bones, have both feet in front of you. Start with your hands behind your hips. Lift your chest bone up high so the spine stays very nice and tall. And then from here, drop your left heel over, your left knee, over to your right heel and come into that windshield movement with your legs and in a box shape through your legs. So I kind of have 90 degrees through all my joints. Inhale, come back up high and come over to the other side. You might notice here a rolling sensation through one hip forward and the other hip rolls back. That's exactly what we want to have. Get playful here. Don't speed it up too much though. Really find every end range through the motions. Once you feel warmed up, take your hands in front of you, engage through your core, maybe give a little bit of pressure and counter pressure, and then try to keep your hands off the ground, lean into your legs as you keep on moving the legs from side to side. So it's the same motion, only that it's a little harder now because now our shoulders are actually on top of our hips. And the hips have to open up just a little more and have to work just a little more. Then again, go for a few rounds here. And then next time, when you're ready for the next level, when you end your right side, stay here. Roll your left hip forward, pull your right outer hip back, then push through your feet. Lift your hips up high, squeeze your glutes and press your hips forward. So now my right groin is getting some intention as well. Really engage through your left glute so the left hip starts to open up through some muscle contraction. Stay nice and tall. Sit back down, roll over to the other side, do the same here. Push yourself all the way up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Feel how that squeeze really helps you to open up through the front of the hip. Sit back down, roll over to the other side. Wonderful. Then again, just stay here for a few rounds, maybe 10 reps. And then you have one more add on. So next time you're over here, after you've done your 10 reps, squeeze your buttocks, press your hips forward, tuck your tailbone under, then place your right hand on the right side, reach with your left arm up high and lean back. Feeling now really a full body stretch here from the right knee, from the left knee all the way up into your left fingertips. Then release, come out, same way you got in, set your sit bones back down, roll over to the other side. Don't skip one of the steps. Lift your hips up first, squeeze your buttocks, press your hips forward, then lower your left hand down, reach with your right arm all the way backwards, still pulling the belly button inwards towards your spine, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the butt, release, come back down. And then again, enjoy this for a few more reps as well. Coming up high, placing head down, pushing hip forward, back down, rolling over to the other side. Lift yourself up high, lock your hips, hand down, reach even more deeper into it, come back down. Wonderful. Stay here for a few more rounds and this really helps you to open up, to loosen up your hips. So life gets just a little easier. It's hard enough, right? Thank you for joining in. See you soon.